What is going on? Welcome back to Attack on Cowboys. We're about to get right into it as Quinnen Williams and some of our other guys that are making their debut for the Dallas Cowboys are sounding off ahead of their matchup with the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's get right into it. Y'all be subscribed for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular because we do have a double header today, and the second episode is something a little bit different. It's 100% going to be unique to this channel, but it is Cowboys related, and it is kind of juicy because it's directly Cowboys related, meaning a player and DMs and all kind of other stuff like that, right? So be sure to subscribe for that, but let's get right into the players sounding off ahead of their matchup with the Raiders. Shut your up. It looks like we're starting with Quinnen Williams here. Let's get right into it.
Oh, yeah. First of all, man, my thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his loved ones, man, and then also his organization and the team, the guys who got a chance to be around such a great individual like him, and seeing his fans, seeing him play from afar and how good he was getting better and stuff like that. It's definitely a tragedy, man. And I just think that the organization and the team did a great job with pulling together, man, mourning his loss, and also remembering him as a good person, as a person that did everything right on the field and off the field, and just keep living in his name and doing the things that he would want everybody to do, and that's win football games and dominate, because watching film, that's what he did. So, yeah, it definitely was a tragedy. So
I know there's been a lot of stories shared about Marshon, obviously you being new here. What did you learn about him in kind of the time since you got here? Stories?
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories, man. And number one was he was a workaholic, man. He worked his butt off. You can see on the play he had scored a touchdown, a defensive end moving that fast, man, to get to the punt, to get to the ball, to not only scoop the ball but scoop the ball and score, man. That's all from work, man. And the person that he was, the smile he always had on his face, the things that he did on the field and off the field, as a teammate, as a person, as a brother, as a loved one, it was super dope to hear from the stories from the guys and things like that. So.
Quinn, from both the coaching staff and just the locker room standpoint, as everybody kind of moves forward with heavy hearts, what can you say about just the passion you're seeing within the locker room as far as going out there on Monday and every game after and playing for Marshon?
Thank you, Patrick Walker, bruh. Damn. Tried to move it back towards the current event football, bruh. I ain't trying to be rude. I ain't trying to be distasteful, but I am going to say what a lot of people want to say, but they don't know how to phrase it correctly without sounding like an asshat. I know how to phrase it correctly for you. Brother, people deal with grief and death in a lot of different ways. And one of the primary ways that most people resort to dealing with grief and death is to find a welcome distraction, to put that energy and time into so that they can escape from that feeling of grief and death for just a moment, right? Everyone has been affected by this Marshawn Kneeland situation to varying degrees, some more than others, some not at all, some a whole lot. Some people could relate. Some that's kind of where I found myself, is not only do I respect it what the young man did for our organization, but I absolutely could relate to just the mindset and kind of the situation. I'm a very empathetic person as it is, like regardless of the show, I'm a very empathetic person, bro, and it's almost like I'm an empath. I can feel what other people are feeling, right? And that touched me, bro, because it related. It really hit home close for me on a personal level, bro. Now, I will say this, bro. Media, y'all have been asking Marshawn Kneeland questions, like the same exact ones, like the same exact questions. How did it make you feel? What did he mean to you? What was the impact that he had on? Y'all have been asking that same question for a week and a half now, bro. And again, I don't even think they have laid this young man to rest yet. So it's already distasteful as it is, even going and doing all of that, trying to get stories, bro, because y'all are trying to write the articles. And y'all are all writing the same exact damn article right now, by the way, because all of y'all asking the same exact damn questions right now, by the way. And eventually people gonna stop being PC and saying the right things and, trying to at least act like that they're okay with it, because a lot of people are just trying to do the right thing right now. But a lot of people are also like, damn, can we not forget the young man? We need to continue to honor his memory. They need to continue to The rest of this season needs to absolutely be about honoring the memory of Marshawn Kneeland, for sure. For sure. And the rest of a lot of these young men's lives, especially people that were impacted heavily by this, needs to be about trying to honor his memory. But also, media. How many different articles do y'all need to write? How many? How much you gonna milk this situation for all the financial gain you could possibly milk? Because that's what this is for, bro. Y'all are trying to get all these heart-touching damn answers for people so somebody can win an award from a local award damn bureau. That's what this is about. Because no one, and I mean no one, is still asking for article after article after article after response after response after response about this. People want to give this man's family time to grieve. People want to give the people affected time to process. And quite frankly, people want to, when they come to something, they want to go to something for what it's supposed to be for. People ain't trying to watch y'all trying to have fake-ass therapy sessions with all these players. Because that's not y'all's role, and it's cringy. And it's out of place. And y'all got 1,000 things to be asking the biggest trade piece in the NFL ahead of his debut with the biggest franchise in the world. I had to say it for people, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with Marshon. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with disrespecting his. It ain't about that. We all love that young man to varying degrees, bro. To varying degrees. Some a lot, some a little, some don't even know who he was. Whatever story you feel like is out there is the most prominent story. You're going to make sure you drain it for everything that's worth. And some things don't need to be drained. Some things you need to handle more respectfully. Like this. Because I'm being real. You think that a vast majority of Cowboys fans that are not as emotionally connected to the individual player, do you think that they wanted to hear Quinnen Williams talking about what he's going to be for the Cowboys, or have to hear Quinnen Williams answer 18 questions about a young man that he did not know? Let's not forget that part, which makes it even more distasteful that y'all are like forcing these emotional interactions with these people, bro.
I truly just think the togetherness, man, through this hardship, through this tragedy, has brought everybody together, has really showed everybody the love how we have to stick together, the love we have to show to one another, and to also play for one another, also check up on one another, also really have each and everybody in this organization inside our why and why we go out here on this field, why we be the person that we is, man. I think that tragedy has definitely brought this organization together and this team together. So,
how is it about you to get closer with your teammates and have them open up to you and maybe even you to them as well?
It was unbelievable, man. I always had to take a step back in my career, especially through this tragedy, to always think to myself, winning is everything to me, and I can sometimes get so deep inside myself, deep inside my game, and deep inside winning that I forget to build relationships with my teammates and build relationships with my coaching staff like this. And going through this tragedy with the guys in the organization, with the guys in the locker room, has also kind of made me grow as a human being, as a person too.
So now these are legitimate questions. Like, y'all are beating, like, start asking, like, progress the story past the tragedy so these people can grieve properly, bro. Start asking questions about how it's impacting people as far as in a tangible football way, bro. Do you think it's bringing the locker room closer together? Okay, cool. Now let's ask questions about the Raiders.
You're going to win Super Bowls, you're going to win playoff games with the guys that you love next to you. And you can't love nobody next to you if you don't know them. So it definitely taught me a lesson and definitely grew me as a man, as a person. So,
how have you caught up onto what they want from you in this defense, and is it different than what you had with Aaron in the Jets and anything?
Thank you.
Or is it the same?
It was definitely easy to catch up, man. When it comes down to football, I really trust in my football IQ and the things that I can do, especially when it comes down to remembering the playbook, remembering what they want me to do. And it probably took me 1 or 2 days to get the whole playbook down.
I'm just disgusted with the media, bro, because I see this for what it is, bro. They done really milked the hell out this situation, bro. They done really I made one video of the day it happened, And I made another video after that explaining what actually happened because people was going crazy with nuts-ass conspiracy theories, bro. So we had full context of the situation. We can lay him and that situation to rest and show our respects to him properly. I have not since then continued to make content about Marshawn Kneeland in an attempt to capitalize off of that income, bro. I have. Like, this is disgusting, bro. This is disgusting, bro. I understand having a report on it initially. I understand making sure that the viewing audience knows the full context of the situation. But to continuously, like, every single day, you're having to try to get more and 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 more. And you're asking the same questions. This is disgusting.
And to come out here and just fit right in, man. And you know me, I always say this all the time, man. Whatever coaching staff, whatever the scheme, whatever the team need me to do to win football games, I'm willing to do and I'm going to do, because at the end of the day, I just want to win. So
How long ago does it seem like you've played? Have you ever gone this long healthy and not played a game?
Nah, this is probably the first time. This is the first time I went healthy and haven't played a game. But it's been like 2 weeks and some days, a couple of like two and a half weeks or something. Yeah, but with this coach, with this strict condition staff here, man, we did a great job last week because my plan was just to prepare like I was gonna play into a game, condition like I was gonna play into a game, do pre-practice like I was gonna play into a game because I had a bye week previously. So man, conditioning wise, everything wise, man, I just hit it like I was still in season, still played in the game. And of course, I didn't play a game on Sunday, but I kind of did a mock game amongst myself, and like I usually play around 30 to 40 plays, so kind of 30, 40 reps or sprints or med ball slams, some type of cardio thing where I can still have that same win and things like that. So coming back to practice this week was easy, and it's a blessing to be healthy. So
did you get a little answer last night watching those guys play?
I absolutely hate that Clarence Hill is going to be infecting Quinnen Williams and trying to get his weird mothball smelling old man hands all over this dude.
Talking about the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, but not really answer, man. I'm pulling for every single body. I'm pulling for the organization. I'm pulling for every single body. I'm pulling for AG, man. AG, my guy, and I truly believe his standard, his culture, his mindset is going to change that thing around. So I always will keep up with the organization and keep up with them. And I like watching my brother too. So make sure he have a good game. Critique him today and the things like that. So I was always cheer for every last guy in that room because they all my brothers, and AG as well. So
can you talk about your excitement though for Monday night to finally take the field with these guys after this trade, after so much?
I'm super excited. I'm like you said, man. I haven't played a game in a long minutes. I'm super excited not only to play a football game, but to play for this organization, man, to play for this team, to play for the guys in our defensive line room, and also to play for the guys in this organization has been on my front most important. And like you said, they took a chance on me and traded for me and did the things that they feel like I can come in to contribute and help this organization go in the right direction. And that's all I plan to do. So.
One of the things you pointed out when you first got here was, how excited you are to play on the same defensive line as guys like Kenny Clark and Osa. That was before you met with him. And now that you've had several meetings with him, you've had a couple practices with him, what can you say about just the chemistry that you guys are building?
Oh, it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable, man, to be able to come in and not only play with but learn from guys like Kenny Clark and Osa. I've been watching Kenny Clark film for a long time, man, and the things he can do from a 2-tech, from a 3-tech. I think I watch every single clip of his at Green Bay, man, and try to learn from, try to take something from. And Osa has been unbelievable in his career and been doing great things as well. So to be able to learn from each other, like I said, it's brought me together to learn my teammates on the field and off the field, and it's going to be unbelievable to go play on Monday night with them.
You watch Kenny Clark so much, but what's been like to pick his brain in person? I mean, have you been able to say, like, hey, I watched you do this on film. How did you do that? What's that been like?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. It's been unbelievable, man, and just continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to build my game week in and week out and year in and year out, especially playing alongside a great defensive tackle like he is. It's been definitely unbelievable, and it's definitely a blessing for me to have. So.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Obviously, you just got here, but how is this kind of like?
Here they go, bro. Every person. It's like y'all had to talk to. All right, bro. Go ahead.
Bonded with some guys that you didn't know, just because of what happened to Marshon.
Yeah, it's definitely, I obviously didn't know Marshon, but you can see the impact firsthand on what he had on the guys around me now. And so as a new teammate, I'm just trying to honestly be a good teammate, be there for them, whatever they need. I know they don't know me from Adam right now. That's just part of where we're at. And, but I'm going to continue to support them with whatever they need that they're going through.
Is it, a lot of guys have been talking about, hey, let's just check up on each other because you never know what's going on in a person's life.
Sure.
Is that kind of like another wake-up call about life and stuff?
Yeah, and you want.
Bro, why y'all trying to be therapists? Man, I can't wait till these old mofos retire or they voices finally collapse in on themselves and they can't talk no more.
Be consistent with it. You don't want it to be like just do it this week and then it starts to fade off. You know, you just try to be consistent with checking in on your people and especially these guys around us.
Has football been like, okay, this is a good distraction for us in a sense, you know?
I think so. I think you obviously have to talk to some of the other guys more about that specific.
Exactly, you dumbass. How would he know and be able to comment on if it was a good distract? Ah, God.
But I think it just kind of helps guys get their mind on football and not forgetting about him, but moving forward and bringing a light to the situation. And that's kind of the mantra around the team right now.
Just looking ahead to Monday night's matchup, put the star on your helmet. Is that going to be like a surreal moment for you, when you're playing for an organization like this?
Yeah, it'll definitely be a lot different than the last 5.5 years in Cincy. Wearing the white jersey, the star on the helmet. It'll be a good change for sure, and I'm looking forward to it.
You talked about how excited you were to learn about the news of Quinnen Williams' trade on the plane.
Yeah.
Have you got to talk to him at all? And
yeah.
Kind of build a relationship just in a short period of time?
Yeah, I've talked to him a little bit. I know he's as good as advertised these last couple of days of practice.
I mean, these are dudes that we haven't heard from. Like, y'all got to understand where my frustration is coming from. All these dudes that we about to hear from, bruh. We haven't heard from these dudes before, bruh. Like, especially ahead of a game.
He's a force to be reckoned with. I think some of the coaches that are here,
making them answer questions they can't
New York,
answer.
and so that helps with his terminology. So I think he's just going to continue to do great things.
What do you expect your role to be, immediately with a new team, taking the field Monday night?
I'm not totally sure what that looks like. Just kind of controlling the controllables what I can, trying to learn the system each and every day. There's new things every day, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I'm doing my best to learn it as best I can.
How much extra time have you spent with Borgonzi just to kind of, and if you've been asked that, I apologize, just to kind of know what they want out of you and maybe Eberflus as well, of what the system is, what the requirements are there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an exact time, but I've definitely put in some extra hours leading up to this week of practice, trying to figure out, what they were trying to finalize the game plan and whatnot as it got closer. But the gist of what we were running, I was trying to make sure I was good on that and spend extra time with Gonzo. I was staying over at the Omni, so it wasn't too far. So I didn't have an excuse to, I need to come in and learn the system as best I can.
How long are you going to stay there?
I'm not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gone.
Like, you get traded, and then obviously how's the last couple of days been for you? Just a new team city. I don't know if you brought your family in yet.
I did, yeah, which is important to me. I don't like to be away from my wife and my daughter. She's at a really fun age right now. You don't want to miss those little times, and so being able to go home to them is always good. I think you're constantly adapting at this point. Like, you're figuring out the system, you're figuring out new team, new teammates, new coaches, training style, like all the different things, the dynamics that go into all that. And so I'm honestly just trying to control it one day at a time.
You kind of try to stay close to Frisco, because since you got a lot smaller down, so you've been able to venture out because you were on
a little bit towards like the Prosper area just to see potential spots to live and whatnot. But we'll see. We'll see where that takes us.
Thanks, Logan.
All right, thanks, guys.
So we'll start
Savon!
First and foremost. Let's talk about the challenge of moving forward with a heavy heart due to the loss of Marshon. But then balancing that with the excitement of making your debut.
It was pretty hard on me, especially talking to him every day during football camp back in California. And he want best for you. You know what I mean? He don't want you to sit down and mope around and everything. So I looked at it as, okay, what he want me to do. So taking this step forward, he want me to sit around and mope around all day. So I just took it in like that. And I have people that I lost my own. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say it did too much because I'm already I challenge myself. I'm very self-motivated, so just pushing myself to the limit. You know what I mean?
How excited are you to get out there?
I'm very excited. Not playing football for a whole year. You know what I mean? I'm very excited. I just got to focus on.
I like that. Hey, this dude like he got that. Hey, hold on. So Bone look like he got a little bit of. He look like he got a little bit of. Savon look like he got a little bit of heat in him. Hold on. He look like he got a little bit of, it's a real wine party. You cannot get in. Think it's off that drink. It's Savon off that head. Hold on.
The details a little rusty, but at the end of the day, I know what I got to do. I know I got to put that work in. I know I got to take it step by step every day.
How limited are you physically?
I'm not sure. You know, like I said, I'll take it step by step every day. And I don't want to put that in my head. You know, I just got to come out here and do what I do and do it my best.
Being on the field these last 3 weeks and now being able to finally go play on Monday night, and just kind of your emotions around that.
It's definitely kind of nerve wracking. But once I touch that field, like leading into it, it's kind of nerve wracking. But once I touch that field, you know, I know what I can do. You know, and I feel like everybody know what they can do. But I know my body, so I know I can go out there and play the game and be confident in it.
Family coming?
Oh yeah, my dad, my mom said it's too much walking, so I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I ain't been before.
How much have you bonded with Marion, because he's been going through his own rehab as well, and you guys have kind of bonded and get back on the field together?
Great dude, and just looking at how he work make you want to work even harder. So like, I'll take any day.
I know a dog when I see one.
Do some linebacker drills, but I bet you can't get his break faster than me. Huh? But yeah, definitely, man, he's definitely a good dude.
I know a dog when I see one.
And you know, y'all seen his past, you know, just looking at his highlights and stuff like that. He a good
football
dude,
player.
Do you think you'll have to remind
This is a football player. Hey, this is what a football player looks like. I'm telling y'all.
yourself to let the game come to you?
I know a dog when I see one,
yourself
y'all.
to let the game come to you, not play too fast and get too excited?
You know, I can't get too excited. You know, like I said, take it one at a time. You know, you don't want to overthink anything. You know what I mean? Because I know myself, and I know I can go out there and do what I can do. You know what I mean? And do it at my best, 110%.
It's obviously been over a year, but that included a lot of days that led up to stacked on top of each other. What motivated you every single day? What was your motivation?
You know, I don't know. I speak about this every day, and like a lot of people have it worse than I do. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't talk to other people about it. So you know, I take it in as in like my mom and dad too. So they work hard too in every situation they had to go through in their life. So this wasn't the worst thing that happened. I know what I could do. I know what I couldn't do. So I took it day by day, kept my head above water, you know, and just approached every day with an intention to get better and better every day.
Brian Schottenheimer talked about kind of your press man ability, and you talked about knowing what can you do. Sort of what can you do in that area, and what do you provide on the field for the team?
I provide, you know, effort, and I feel like effort carries a lot of things.
Press
like
man.
getting to the ball, you know, being there, because you never know when the ball gonna pop out. And my press technique, you know, it's not perfect, but that's when I say, okay, I gotta work every day.
Will you wear the brace in the game, or is that just for practice?
Yes, I will.
How comfortable are you with the brace?
I'm comfortable. You know, it could take getting used to. You know, getting used to something on your leg all the time, for 3 hours. So I feel pretty confident going in the game with it.
You mentioned when you
than you thought.
Say that one more time.
Did this whole thing take longer than you thought?
I ain't really think into it that much for it. You know what I mean? I played today, not tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because I can't control what happens the next day. So like I said, I took that day, work my hardest.
Remember, this is a young man that's been in a devastating car crash, by the way, y'all. So.
Busted my butt and just kept going. You know what I mean?
Shad was talking about the value of you being on the scout team and going up against CD and George. What have you learned from going up against them in practice?
Hey, it's real. It's real, especially George Pickens, man. Slithery. Like, you know how he get. Y'all know him. Definitely competition. I feel like they brought me back to myself. You know what I mean? And like approach it every day. Like, you know, these same guys you've been going against. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, that's it. Yeah. I can't say too much about it because like every day I feel like I'm getting better. Every day I feel like I go out there in front of them guys, I'm making them better too as well. So.
They're two different type of receivers. You talk about
two different,
so they increase your versatility in regards.
That boy
to
George, man, yeah, he'll give you some work. He'll get you ready for game day, definitely.
I mean, obviously, in this league, every cornerback is going up against an individual wide receiver in practice, but there are levels to this. So we talk about CD and George, and just talk about how that'll help you going forward as far as going against opposition that's not always going to be as good as CD. And
yeah,
George.
it's not. See, going against them, it's gonna make me better every single day. I mean, who can get better than them guys, in my opinion? You know what I mean? Because we got two of the top two receivers, in my opinion, in the league, especially George Pickens. You know what I mean? I step in front of them, and I'm like, you know, let's get this work. You know,
How many times, my boy? Hey!
Talk to them every day. They know I want that work. You know what I mean? When I get that work, it's just, hey, I feel like I have a bad day. It's gonna make me better on the game day.
Step your
like,
shit
I'm
up.
learning.
Are you talkative during rips?
Am I talkative?
Yeah, trash.
Maybe after the play. He beat me off the line screen. Hey, brother, hey, slow down a little bit. But nah, I be joking around with them sometimes. You know, I'm a quiet person at the same time, but I like to engage with everybody.
Have they given you a welcome to NFL mode yet?
What you mean?
Like just a play where you're like, oh damn.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. When you're on that scout team, you know, I've been out for a year. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, okay, let me get this. Boom. Take that one moment, you know what I mean? And it shock you, and you be like, okay, this is the real deal.
How long do you think it'll take for the nerves to melt away? Will it be 1 rep, 2 reps?
See, I like that question. I say about 2-3 reps. You know what I mean? To get it out my stomach, you know what I mean? In my head. So.
Do you have a pre-game routine? Like something that you always did in college that you're going to do?
Before I run out the game, run out there? Yeah, pretty much. I talk to myself, you know what I mean? And I backtrack to, like I say, I like to backtrack and because my purpose is to help the people, you know what I mean? And I know the job I got is not the hardest thing in the world, so, and I'm looking at my mom and dad, and like I think about them all the time. Before I step out on that field, take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, and let's get it. You know what I mean? I don't do too much.
And you're going out there to
like this kid
in the NFL as a third-round pick for the Cowboys in prime time. Just how good does this feel to set that kind of tone and give that kind of testimony to guys who aren't coming from some of the bigger schools and bigger programs in the nation?
One thing I want to say about that, I feel like, man, if you're a dog, you're a dog. I don't care where you been. I don't care D1, D2, D3. You're a dog. You're a dog. Go out there with confidence. You know what you can do. You know what I mean? And I came from ECU, so the way I look at it is, I don't care where you came from. If you go out there, better bust your, you know what I mean? Keep going, man, for real. It don't matter. Don't listen to the noise outside.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what you can do. Do it yourself and be available for yourself, man.
Thank you.
Oh, I like this dude. He gonna be a star in Dallas. He interviews great. He's gonna be a star in this one. He made me put the shiesty on. He made me put the faux shiesty on, bruh. Oh, I like the kid. Oh, I like the kid. I like the kid. Demo, let's go.
Thank y'all. You know, first game back for me, but before any of that, you know, I want to talk about Marshawn Kneeland, number 94, a brother, a teammate, and a great human, man. You know, over the past couple of days, week, I've myself, and not speaking but for my teammates, but I'm pretty sure some of them too, been in and out of sadness. You know, when you lose anybody in your family, but when you lose a brother so close to you like Marshon, who lights just brighten up the room. Even, you know, now knowing the darkness he was going through, yet he still was able to come up here and be the light for so many other people. And for him,
this I have no issue with. He started his scrum with his own statement. This is how it should be done, bro. If somebody wants to talk about it, they will start their scrum off with a statement. And then from there, you allow that room for it to breathe. And you go start talking football. That's how this is perfectly fine, bro.
Just being there for me. You know, he was one of the guys that I seen almost every day when I came in after my surgery, because he would be here in the building. So, you know, being able to laugh with him, get that giggle, get that chuckle from him, it was something that you look forward to every day. And I think my teammates and Coach Shotty couldn't have said it better when he said this is something that we will never move on from. This is something that we won't just wake up tomorrow and then everything's gonna be okay. We just gonna all of a sudden understand, you know, God's plan. It's not, but it is one of those things where we got to pick it up and we got to move forward and we got to, you know, keep Marshon's legacy alive. And that was smiling every day, enjoying the grit and the hard work that comes with this. And that's playing with a passion when we get out there with our brothers. And most importantly, that's doing it the Marshawn Kneeland way. And that's, like I said, having fun while doing it. So it's been hard. It's playing Monday is not going to make it easier. Playing the following, you know, Sunday and Thursday, not going to make it easier. So I really just, y'all know, ask for y'all mercy on me, my teammates, the coaches, ask, you know, for the continued prayers, because as much as we run around and, you know, push forward and laugh and smile, that hole is still there. That hole is still there. And
quit asking us.
But we all know Marshon, he was a winner.
That's why he said, I want y'all to have mercy on us, because he pretty much letting y'all know, bro, give us some grace, bro. Let us grieve.
He wanted to win, no matter how. You know, I say he was the light all the time, but when it came to playing football, that's that anger that came out. That was that guy that, you know, I want to be playing by him. When it's all said and done, when it's fourth quarter, balls to the wall, 4th and inches, who you want beside you? And it's Marshawn Kneeland. So I just ask for y'all grace for me and my teammates, not throughout the remainder of this year, but just moving forward in general. And we will keep his legacy alive. That's for sure.
Is it hard to balance? I mean, so much excitement you have coming back, and when point guard coming back, and sort of excited about coming back and playing. It's hard to balance your excitement with the grief of Marshon, and you know, you want to be excited, ready to play, but you still have to deal with that. So, you know, I don't know how you balance that.
I wouldn't say it's a balance. I would say, like, when that time and that grief creeps upon you, you deal with it. Whether that's during practice, you know, before the game, or, you know, during the game. I feel like the excitement, you know, playing football is one thing. You know, that's a game. I love it. I'm gonna play with a passion just because that's what I do.
Right.
But when you talk about, you know, as far as like emotionally and, you know, how geeked up I was about returning prime time with my brothers, you know, we're missing one now. So I'm playing for more than just the comeback player of the year.
Right.
I'm playing for number 94.
Can you talk about your journey
How therapeutic has it been just to be on the field? It's been the biggest blessing I could ask for. When we met with the team, you know, I stood up and I told everybody, thank you. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for giving me a safe space to come and cry on the shoulder, because talking about it has been hard, you know, especially with people like in my family that don't really understand the dynamic of the relationships that we and the bonds that we build within this locker room. And I spend 13, 14 hours here a day. So within those 13, 14 hours, not only am I a football player.
Talking about it has been hard.
But I'm a brother, I'm a friend, and I'm a man amongst other men where, you know, we just can't be tough and gritty all the time. You know.
So if y'all got mad at me for what I said earlier in the video, shut your itch ass up.
We spend so much time together. It's like we got to find those times to be, you know, soft and gentle with each other. So, you know, it has been therapeutic just to be here and, you know, see the grief but really just feel the love that Marshon had. That was one thing that I dealt with, and for the first couple of days, I felt so guilty because, you know, I loved him so much, and I know the love that we had, and we expressed it while he was here. And I felt like, what if I was his scapegoat? What if I didn't say the right thing when I was supposed to? And so that dawned on me so much. But afterwards, you know, you hear people talking about him, and Patrick, man, what you said about him, it made me cry. Just hearing the love that he had while he was here, like, it eased my mind knowing that, you know, he heard "I love you" from people. So, you know, being one of the guys that said it and being around some other guys that said it to him, you know, we all just holding on together and pushing forward.
And talking a lot to the other teammates, to your teammates, about honoring Marshon through your play, effective this coming Monday. You know your journey. Everybody knows your journey. It's always going to be a tragedy, no matter how it happens. But how positive does it feel for you to be able to go on that field on Monday and be able to contribute to honoring him with your play alongside your teammates?
I don't take it lightly. I don't take it lightly at all. And, you know, this is one of the best ways we can honor him by, you know, continuing his dream, continuing his legacy and what he wanted that to be. And that was to, you know, play hard, 60 minutes straight, win ball games, you know, and smile while doing it. So, you know,
everything down.
Having that internal motivation, but, you know, knowing my teammates, knowing like, look, this is a guy that we counted on big time. So we got to do our job to fill those footsteps, fill those cleats. And that's by running, hitting hard, you know, scoring touchdowns, making plays like Marshawn Kneeland. And I don't take that lightly. So that's exactly what I'm going to do Monday with the plays I get.
How are you going to manage your nerves on Monday? I mean, you have to wait all day to finally run under that tunnel again for the first time in about a year or so.
Well, look, it's actually crazy because over the course of this season, like, I figured out that I have performance anxiety before games. Like, so, but during that time, I told our psychiatrist, like, I feel like that's my moment to power up. I feel like I'm a transformer when I just start shaking. I feel like that's the superhero coming out of me. So I know it's going to be a lot of mixed emotions just by, you know, being happy to be out there, knowing that, you know, we walking out with one less soldier, but also knowing that, look, you waited 365 for this moment again. Be blessed. Don't take it lightly.
This was well done by DeMarvion Overshown.
Have they talked to you about a pitch count and kind of ramping you up, you know, not necessarily giving you 60 plays?
Mm-hmm.
You know, starting out?
We talked about it, and, you know, that's what you want to do coming off of any injury, I feel like, especially for a guy that ain't played in 300 and some days, just ramping them up and getting to it. But we already know, man, it's winning football time. So when the time comes, when the situation comes, if I'm at that play count or that limit, like, we already done made the conversation where, look, it's a play that needs to be made. I got to be on the field.
Okay. That was all the Cowboys making their debuts with the team this season. Sounding off on the matchup against the Raiders and obviously Marshon Kneeland. Shouts out to DeMarvion Overshown, the way he handled that press scrum. Very well done. That's how it's supposed to be done. If someone wants to discuss about a player, it shouldn't be done through prodding and poking and inquisitive questions where people are trying to get pieces for stories together. It should be done in an authentic manner where a person wants to honor that person's memory by discussing who they were for a moment, right? That was very well done, that part right there. Everything else, the reporters need to, I got to get y'all shit together. Y'all tripping. Either way, appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, how about them Cowboys?
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still voice.